Hey everyone.
Yo ho, a pirate's life for me.
Welcome back to another episode of Insert Subject here. I'm Makia.
And I'm Ant.
And today we are talking all the joys, the pains, the sunshine and rains of our childhood on this week's episode of Insert Subject here.
Ooh, yeah.
So how are you this week, Anthony?
I am feeling groovy. How are you, babe?
I am doing great. Want to know what will make me better?
What's that?
If people subscribe to this channel, if they like this video, if they commented down below and kept the conversation going, because we have a lot of stuff that we want to talk about this week, and we want you to comment in on some of it, and then share the page and turn that notification bell on.
Bing!
So, Anthony.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
When I was young, I'm not a kid anymore.
But some days.
I sit and wish I was a kid again.
Because I don't like bills and responsibility. I do not like bills and responsibility.
We so took that for granted, bro.
We did.
Like, we took being taken care of for granted.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And now that we got little people to take care of, I don't like it.
It's different. It's different.
It does. And so I was thinking of some things that were from our childhood that today's kids will never know. And I'm going to kick it off. Before there was the independence card, which I never quite understood why they called it independence, because you were dependent upon them renewing it with new funds every month. There was this thing called a food stamp booklet. And this booklet was of food coupons of different denominations. So you had the $1, $10, $20. And it wasn't cool back in the day when you had to go to the store with your food coupons.
That's how you know she bougie. That statement right there. Do you know how popular I was when I walked out with that little booklet with 2 bills left in it?
For real?
Woo!
Oh,
I used to walk out and just let it hang out my pocket like it was a wad of money.
Are you serious?
They was like, "Oh, I ain't got the food stamp booklet."
And I hated it.
Oh man,
I hated it. My mom would be like, "Go to the store and here, take these coupons." I'd be like, "Oh, I don't want to."
They spent.
And then if depending on the denomination, I can't remember if it was like 10 or 20, you had to have it in the booklet.
Then that's when they saw me with the booklet. They was like, "Oh, he got like $20 to spend."
Wow.
Let me get cold cut subs for everybody. Everybody eats around here around me. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You go ahead, leave.
Oh, that was all.
Food stamp. Listen, it was I get it because some kids were embarrassed by it, and I know a lot of kids in my neighborhood was embarrassed by it. Listen, I was fat as a kid. Who gets embarrassed by food? Like I'm embarrassed for the kid that can't eat with us right now.
I thought I was like, we're so poor.
Yeah, so all of us had them.
That's true. That's true. That's so true.
The get over was pretending like you didn't. But your mother and father home, just like my people's home. All of us got these booklets. Where yours? I mean, if you bring your booklet, we can get chips next time and a soda.
Listen, and now, why can't I get an EBT card?
Yeah, they ain't playing with us now.
Y'all
Now they like, y'all wanted independence here now. You want your independence, get your independence. Speaking of independence, she segued me right well into that because I was the man in the hood. There's some food stamps booklet. But kids today will never know what it feels like playing outside and being mad you had to come in the house.
Oh, man.
Bro, we used to tear the streets up.
Yes.
Between freeze tag, it's
block ball,
Mother May I, block ball, football, basketball.
Tin Can Alley.
Bruh, you couldn't pay me to stay in the house. Like my kids are so content in the house right now. I am counting down for them to get out the house and enjoy being out the house. Mm-hmm. We used to wake up at the crack of dawn and be like, "Can I go outside now?" It is 6:30 in the morning. There's nobody. Lay down. And I would, like, it's auntie every hour. All right, it's 7:30. Can I go outside now?
Yes.
Go eat breakfast first. All right, it's 8:15. Can I go outside now? Jesus. Now, please. It's 8:15. I hear people.
And it didn't matter how hot it was outside, how
didn't
cold.
matter.
If peoples was out, we was out. I remember we moved into this new neighborhood. And I said, go outside and find some friends. And then I peeked outside. They was just sitting on the porch. And I was like, why y'all just sitting on the porch? They was like, ain't nobody out here. I was like,
nobody.
there's nobody out here. But I heard kids when we moved in. So I know it's got to be kids.
Kids lived here, but with the age of TikTok and back then, it was what was the chat app? Kick?
Was it Kick?
I think it was Kick. Something like that. Once people started chatting, nobody had to talk to each other. I was like, y'all go ride y'all bike outside. What we need a bike for? What do you mean? What do you need? Like, kids will never understand the joy that comes with being outside until you are black as dirt.
And smell like
and
a
hungry.
whole alley.
They don't even know what smell like outside smell like. They don't. It's sad. It's just ridiculous.
It is. Speaking of things that kids will never know, today's kids will never know about the overhead projector. Back in school, when they cut the lights off and they used a little hook to pull the little screen down, I used to get so excited. And they used to put the transparency on there because I'd be like, all right, it's nap time now.
Oh, boy.
And then whether you were lucky or unlucky, such as myself, you got to be the transparency changer. So you would have to sit up. And my teachers knew, as you can hear from the previous episodes, I get into stuff, that I would bother the whole class. So I had to be the honorary transparency changer. So I have to...
Oh, teacher's pet face. They never picked on me to do that mess. I'll be in the back of the class where I lived with my head on the desk where I lived, knocked out on these transparencies.
They would be throwing balled up pieces of paper at me like,
you mad, big man.
And I gotta be like,
she was a whole teacher's pet. She was a whole teacher's pet by default. Hey, yo. Man, that was, kids will not know that because now they got computerized classrooms where you got the whole, it's a computer, but the screen is just this huge whiteboard that turns into a monitor. Like, it's too fancy for me. I think Baltimore City Public Schools or whatever public school system, y'all can save some money if y'all go back to the transparencies.
Exactly. And I bet you they cheap.
They cheap as I don't know why y'all get them for the low.
Yeah, and then the magic markers, because they was the true magic markers that you could write on the transparency and then cross it out, because I had to do that too. McKay, what is, and I have to add it in the class, be like, you dumb, I got him.
You dumb. Oh, man. I feel so bad for the kids. There's a lot of stuff they ain't gonna know about. Speaking of, something kids today will never know anything about. A good old frozen cup.
Oh, my word.
Listen, we were just at Rita's yesterday. Rita's is good. I'm not knocking Rita's. We had the gelati. That thing is different. Even snowballs. We haven't had a snowball this summer. We got to get one. We haven't had a snowball this summer. So I get it. You got snowballs. You got Rita's. You got frozen Italian ice. But nothing tastes better than a Kool-Aid frozen cup.
With the syrup on the top. You know how to...
And the styrofoam that you got to bite away to get to the frozen cup. A whole quarter for a sugar rush.
Yes,
Lord. That energized you while you were outside for a whole day. Wow, man! Like I think that was the part of trusting your neighbors and being in a neighborhood where you knew people cared about you.
Yeah,
because we buying frozen cups out of people's houses, and we ain't see their kitchen.
Not at all.
We just brought our quarter over there to buy a frozen cup.
Yes, Lord.
Miss Alexander house. We was always at Miss Alexander house. Can I have 2 red? Ain't never seen the inside of that lady house.
What flavor was red?
I don't know. Sometimes it was cherry. Sometimes it was fruit punch. Sometimes she would mix it, keep it spicy, give it a little razzle dazzle. Just whatever's left in them 2 little containers. But the kids will never know about that. Because I would not today, in today's time, I would never allow my child to buy a frozen cup from somebody's house.
Absolutely not.
Like, so it's tough, but it was big for our childhood, but it's not something that the kids will never know about because I'd never let them. Like, you ain't buy what from where?
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's a no for me.
Yeah, nah.
Additionally, and this might be telling my age, today's kids will never know what it was like to have a TV set that had the 2 knobs on it.
They will not.
They will not. Listen, for the longest time, all we had was the Fab Five.
Yeah.
2, 11, 13, 45, and 54.
Yes, Lord.
And you would have to bunny rabbit that thing to get the channel to come through. And today's kids will never know when TV went off.
Bruh.
Because you remember they played the Star Spangled
That
Banner?
was, no, the precursor was MASH.
Yes.
When MASH came on, I got an attitude in the summer like, I got 30 minutes and everything will be off.
And then the Star Spangled Banner come on and the flag waving and it's showing you all the scenery and the rolling hills. And then it just...
And it was just...
And I'd be like...
You just laying there looking stupid.
Speaking of TV, remember when it used to say it's 4 o'clock? Do you know where your children are?
Yes. And they used to do it every hour. Like, it's 6 p.m. Do you know where your kids are? Now they don't care, huh?
No, they don't.
They don't care nothing about the FTK, the gang.
Yeah,
they don't care nothing about these kids.
The TV was the one that started it. Because they just took it off. Oh, well. Forget them.
Y'all don't care? Y'all don't care? We don't care. But piggybacking on the TV thing. Jesus. Piggyback put me on the ropes. Just had my tongue like, Piggybacking on the TV thing. Kids will never know what it feels like to miss their show.
They don't, because you can DVR.
You can always DVR. On demand. You can, but back in the day, we had to be like, I used to have to get permission to stay up till 10 o'clock to watch New York Undercover. Because if I didn't see it, I wouldn't see it.
Yes, and you would have to, like, I knew my setup was Martin and in living color.
Boom, and bam.
And that's the time when the streets went quiet. And everybody was in how you took your shower, your bath, whatever, and you was in front of the TV.
Even the Corner Boys was in the house for New York Undercover.
And then when Michael Jackson would drop his video, you'd be like, oh,
silence.
You gotta see it.
Silence.
You gotta see it.
Black or white. I didn't know what that was, but remember the time? Remember the time said it for me. And I was like, yeah, when Mike drops something, I'm here. You ain't got to worry about me missing nothing after this.
And they would have the commercials advertising it. And if you missed it, you'd be at school the next day like...
You hearing about it on the news. Wasn't no DVR, wasn't no YouTube to pull it up and see the old clip you missed. No, it was you be there or you be square. You was just not going to have this experience.
Exactly.
And I think that was it was good and bad. It was good because it knew it could. We were under such influence by TV that they knew we would put something here and we can draw everybody into their home.
Yep.
But it was bad that we were just that influenced by it. Like, but that was a good boy. You missing Living Color, you missed it, and then you won't get none of the jokes we telling all the next day. Homie, don't play that.
I'm Blaine Edwards, and I'm Anton Merriweather. Zorro sniping Z formation.
And Living Color was a blast, man.
It was.
Another thing kids will never know, and I'm probably gonna say kids, meaning kid, like the kid at my table probably don't even know it either. Riding on homemade bike ramps in the back alley.
Yeah, I ain't know nothing about that.
So you used to go find a piece of plywood from somewhere, anywhere, even if you stole it off a wall. Take the plywood, you get a big enough rock or two, you put the rocks down and you set it into a ramp.
That sounds dangerous.
I'm in danger.
It was. So listen. You had to make, so this is why I went to Poly. You had to learn exactly how to line up the plywood on the rocks, because if you put it at the middle, you were going to ride up the ramp and the ramp would just flip. So that means you're going to fall, but the person behind you is going to run into the ramp.
Oh, so this like circus. Everybody just
it's just a whole line. You get the whole line and go.
Dangerous.
So we learned the hard way. The plywood wasn't sturdy, and we put it in the middle. Needless to say, it was about 6 of us. We got on our bikes full speed down the alley, and I was in the middle, and you saw it go bad. Shout out to James wherever he is. You saw it go bad for James. You saw James is off of his bike in the air, but we are full speed down the hill in the alley.
So wait, this is down a hill
on the alley.
You ever heard that guy that used to come to school and talk about Evil Knievel?
That's what we was trying to be. And James, it went bad for James. He was in the air, and we just kept going. Well, needless to say, I didn't flip off my bike, but I fell with my bike, and that's how I got my knee scar, because it was bad. But yeah, riding on the ramp, like now, you got skate parks, because people don't ride bikes, they skateboard and all that stuff. They got the good ramps at the skate parks, like they built a whole ramp park for them. But back then we had plywoods and boulders.
Oh, that was dangerous.
It was dangerous, but we was in the ghetto. But I had that food stand books though. We was gonna get our cold cut subs afterwards.
Today's kids will never know about the glory of a joystick. There was this innovative game with the most vibrant of colors and the most intricacies. As you can see, it's playing down the bottom. It was called an Atari, as you can see.
Oh, Atari!
This is Breakout. Now, you had to, like, pull your cartridge out, like... And it was the cartridge...
And it whistled.
Yes. So then following that, there was this new innovation on the Nintendo called a Power Pad. Now, let me explain. For Christmas, you got this Power Pad. And I don't even know why parents got the Power Pad.
Especially when they was going to tell you don't make all that noise running on the Power Pad.
Yeah, because you don't want us running in the house, but you got this pad for us to run on.
That was my mother. No shade, man. I love you. But listen, you bought me a Power Pad and told me don't run on the Power Pad. How was I supposed to play with the Power Pad?
So then you try to, like, sit down or stand and just move your feet real quick, like...
But that did help, though. Like, I won, like, the Olympics. I won the Olympics because I realized you can move your feet faster when you're sitting down.
Yeah, you could.
Calf muscle strong.
But that was such an innovative game because you could use your whole body to play these games. And, oh, man, these kids... Now you gotta play with somebody and you gotta stand in line. I am never remember standing in no line for no video game.
Not one time. But along with the Power Pad, I don't know if you remember it. Remember the glove?
Yes.
They came out with the glove. So it was some movie. I cannot remember the name of the movie, but you watched the little boy at a Nintendo tournament and he got the glove at the end and he was killing. I was like,
what is that?
Fire from the gods.
I don't know. Power glove.
I want a glove.
Yes.
And guess who got me a glove? My mother. And guess who didn't use it? Me. It was so confusing. Like, you had to turn your hand a certain way to play certain games.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
Stupid. So I was like, Mike Tyson Punch Out. It worked with the glove.
Yeah.
Wrong.
No.
Nope, didn't work. So I was like, this glove was almost 100. The glove was more than the Nintendo.
It was.
And I never used that glove. Was
Sticky glove.
Sticky glove, just stupid. Just in the house, in the closet, stupid. I could have got 17 games with a
Right.
stupid sticky glove. Last but not least, because I'm a boy, my experiences are different. Kids today will never know about playing basketball on the crate.
Oh, for the rim.
Getting a round ball through a square crate. And not only getting it through the square crate, but preparing the crate to be used as the hoop. And then nailing the crate to an electric pole in the back alley. Oh, baby. You know how many times I almost cut my finger off trying to cut the milk crate open?
You know how many times I sat there like Celie on the Color Purple, like.
But it was such teamwork and ingenuity when it came to cutting the bottom out the crate. Like your arm is tired, so you pass it on to the next person. And we there for 17 hours to play one game of basketball. It took the whole day to get the crate ready. And Miss Celie just sitting there looking. You could have helped.
No, I want to see how this one goes. Because as a baby, they show you you get the little squares, stars. And I'm just sitting there like,
So we learned it was hard for the regular size ball. So you know the little teeny ball you get at the carnival? You can win it. We started playing with that because it was easier to go through the crate.
Makes sense.
But you know, when we got it perfected, we got to cut the crate in half. And it was really a hoop. Like, yeah, listen, that's the hood. But now, parents just go out and buy basketball goals and stick them in parking spots.
Yeah, we had, when COVID hit, we had one of our neighbors go out and buy a whole hoop for their kid and rig it with tires on top of it. Now, let me explain something to you. The kid sucks, okay? All his friends suck too.
Yeah, big facts.
And I would sit outside with the dog like... So then it didn't stop there. Down the block, a neighbor was like, they got a hoop? We gonna get a hoop. So they put one up. And I'm like, the same kids just running back and forth, hoop to hoop. And you would think that they would turn it like in the middle of the street so you think you can have a whole court.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
None of them got better either.
And then the homeowners association came by and was like,
yeah, y'all bugging.
Y'all gotta take that down.
Y'all are tripping.
Take that on down.
If y'all think y'all still keeping this up. But the fact that the kids had it up for almost all of COVID and still ain't get better.
Did not.
It bothered me a little bit. Like, you shouldn't still suck if you had a whole basketball goal out back.
Exactly.
For a whole year and a half. But anyway, I guess they're going to try out for their team and
good luck.
Be horrible, huh?
May the odds be ever in your favor.
I hate you.
So, Anthony.
Yes.
What do you have for us this week?
Kids, stop texting your parents from downstairs.
Let me explain something to you. Let them send me one more message.
I feel like it is offensive that you won't take the time to take the 15 seconds to walk up the steps and ask me the same question. You just send me a text and then get mad when I don't respond to it. I'm not going to respond to it. Listen, we have Google Minis in the house in every room. Use that. Talk to me. Mm-hmm. Don't text me. Can I have some money? Don't text me that. There are certain questions, children, that y'all need to learn aren't textable. Can I have some money? Can I go over to somebody's house? Can you take me somewhere? Aren't textable. Mm-mm. Those are a conversation. So kids, do your parents a solid. Stop texting them 3 important things and go talk to them. We're going to probably say yes because we want you out of our hair. Yes. But you got to come have the conversation with us, okay? Okay, kids. Okay, boys and girls, no more text. Talk to your parents. That's all I got.
I feel you. That irritates me to my core.
Today, my kid texts me, my pop burnt. You couldn't just come upstairs and tell me that? Like, you really couldn't walk upstairs and tell me that? Anyway, yes, my kid.
So I'm going to open the floor up to you guys. What are some things that you think today's kids will never know?
That's good.
I'm very curious to see what you all think and your different experiences in your neck of the woods. What are some things that they are not going to be exposed to, won't have the luxury of? I'm going to give you one more real quick.
Uh-oh.
The payphone. You ever use the payphone?
Kept quarters in my pocket, you feel me?
And then one day, and this might be, I didn't pay attention to the phones when I was putting them in my ear. And then one day I was like, I just looked. And I was like, so then I started like cupping it.
We all didn't pay attention in the beginning. Mm-hmm. And then stuff just started getting nasty.
Yeah.
So then I stopped using the payphone because I couldn't. Like, if you going to beat me, you had to wait till I get home and I can call you back. Because, listen, I'm not putting my ear or mouth to this dirty phone.
And another thing is when we was trying to be sneaky, and this was before, first there was no call waiting. So when somebody called you, it just rang busy, and the operator used to have to interrupt the line because your aunt is trying to get a hold of your mother.
So it's fun fact. She didn't, she wasn't proud of food stamps books, but they ain't have call waiting. we had call waiting in the hood where I was at, West Side.
So then when I
West Side,
did
Front
get call waiting, I had to be off the phone by 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I would wait for my mom to go to sleep and be like, all right, call me at 10 o'clock.
Nana and my earmuffs right now. Go ahead.
And so then I would call time. And just keep
And just
time,
wait.
And just wait until it's
At
like,
the tone, the time is 10:32. Beep.
and then it would tell you the seconds. At the tone, the time will be 10:53 and 42 seconds. And I would just sit and listen to that until you heard the boop, and then I would click over and be like, hey.
Or when you get slick and call the weather.
Oh, yeah.
When they got the weather, I was like, at least I could learn something while I'm listening.
Right.
I don't even care about the time. I got a clock. Bob Turk ain't tell me the weather yet. I can listen to the weather.
So tell us
That was
some
good
things
times.
that you think today's kids will never know.
Yeah.
Well, share some experiences from your childhood.
Yeah, because y'all got some stuff now.
Oh,
I know y'all got some stuff to share. So this is a great episode.
Great episode.
Remember, like my kid said earlier, like, comment, subscribe. Liking our videos gets us in a couple other people's algorithms so they can start seeing us. And it's supporting us, and it costs you nothing to support us. And even if you don't like it anyway. Hey, it don't hurt. So with that, I'm Ant.
And I'm Akia.
And thanks for stopping by to talk some issues today.
Bye.
Peace.